I think my freshman year was when we just got back from COVID. It was very separated. Everybody was kind of still following the 6 feet apart thing, you know. That was a really interesting first year of high school. I thought it was going to be totally different when I was a kid.
For me, my grades at first, they were getting dropped, right? But with the amazing help of my teachers and my counselors, you know, I remember one time I was feeling really down. I emailed my counselor, Ms. Bailey, and she really helped me get back on track, and I ended that year with all A's.
I came into high school during COVID, so I never got that really good experience, like introduction, you know, because high school was viewed as scary for me. When we went back to 10th grade, it was more like they put the pressure of, oh, you've already been through 1 year of high school onto you. And it was like, we expect you to know how to act and do high school things. So it's like, oh, note-taking, independence, yeah, we're just gonna toss that out. You're on your own. The social setting was really hard to adapt to because I had social anxiety my 10th grade year, which really kicked in when I went in fall. I was like, this is a lot of people. Like the hallways were packed, like everything was around me. Like people would say hi, I'm like, hi, you know, it'd be like, oh, I just spoke a word, but it felt so weird to talk like in person instead of just on Zoom or virtually.
So during COVID, like we couldn't get in contact with our teachers all the time, so we couldn't like ask for help when we needed it. So I feel like a lot of our grades dropped down, and that made us all like feel bad personally and mentally. And then when we came back to school, like now, we're starting to get back up at it, but like it's still kind of, you don't get what you learned in COVID time. I know that like we're still growing up because we were in middle school when the COVID happened, so we were at home and we didn't have to like, we weren't socializing with people, and now that we're back to it, it's just like you're still kind of in the mindset of being in middle school and you haven't quite grown into like the high school mindset yet.
For me, COVID was a difficult time, but it was also a time where I feel like I learned a lot about myself. Like, I have mild to moderate anxiety, and so my kind of trigger is uncertainty. So COVID wasn't the best for me, but I also learned through that my uncertainty makes me very organized, which is a good thing. So kind of I learned the bad things about myself, and then I learned how to turn it into a good thing that I feel like has made me a better person today.